Hi guys! Oh my gosh, I missed you so much. I haven't done a collective reading in so many days, and I'm just so happy to be back. Thank you so much. As you know, it's my greatest pleasure to serve and to bring through these messages. And before I get started, you know how we look. I can't remember what my opening. What is my opening? You know where to find me on my Etsy page. And okay, I remember. And of course, these readings are timeless and signless, so you need not have any specific placements in order to have this reading be for you, and you need not be watching this video when it is published. If it comes across your path, then you have enough of a vibrational match within your field to manifest it, and then for you to actually open it and start watching it. If it doesn't resonate with you at the time that you're watching it at a conscious mind perspective or level, I would invite you to back pocket it, boop, boop, and revisit it later, because maybe the energies are still unfolding for you. Okay, that being said, we're going to be taking a look at the collective energies. They're already like singing at me. I can barely talk. The collective energies as the moon transits the sign of Pisces. Okay, 1 minute, 11 seconds. Still on point. So you guys like that. 1 minute, 11 seconds of this video before I add the beginning and the ending. Let's talk about the energies before I jump into the energies as they're being shown on this table. My throat chakra is killing me talking to you guys right now. I don't know if you guys feel it, but it's like such a bulge, you know, when you have a bulge in your throat. And now I can feel it, gold energy in the heart space, but a little bit below the sternum actually, and just as the rib cage ends, before it starts getting into solar plexus area, and it's gold, and I'm getting a little out of breath. And so I just want to say it kind of aligns with what's happening. A lot of energy is coming up and coming through. See this person? That's you. Super cute, male, female, gender non-conforming. That's you right now. If you've been following my channel, then you know very well that you're in a time of downloads right now. This is a time of receiving energy. Look at this, receiving energy. And this energy that is coming in is so strong. Look, we literally have this visual representation of God, you know, in the artist's estimation here, blowing energy now. And the Ascension card, this is a lot of energy off to the side. Look at this. We have this energy coming through. And in fact, I don't know if you guys know, but I only break out my Alana Fairchild cards, the Lightworker Oracle, these ones, when I want to look at the energy dynamics from a higher perspective. And I only break out my Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards when I want to look at it way higher than that, when words start to fail, those codes coming in. And I felt today guided to use both. And in fact, the theme that's coming through here, and this is a theme that happened for me definitely as well, is one where you have a lot of energy coming in for you. And I feel that some of you may be feeling it already. I'm feeling some of you, it's like literally buzzing, not even buzzing, it's flowing happily through you, and you're feeling illuminated. Some of you may be feeling, oh, the guides are pointing me out to these two cards too. Yes, see? Oh, they're like, don't forget you just, you said the gold in the heart space. Well, at the sternum, look, boom, boom, right? Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Look at all of, 6. All of this energy, this is showing the energy coming through. Now, you guys also know, oh yeah, and so here, 7, there's that energy right there. But so some of you, it's coming in, it's taking root, it's very nice. I see it illuminating all the way, you know, filling your body, illuminating right out your fingertips. You're doing well. Some of you are stepping into your goals. Interesting, they're saying your goals. So some of you are being reminded of your goals, and you're heading straight forward on your path. You're feeling it. You're probably feeling your creativity. You're feeling yourself. Oh, you're doing whatever. You're doing well. For those of you who that pertains to, I see the upper half of your body really taking well to this energy. But I would like to encourage you lot to bring those energies to the lower half of your body, from the hips all the way down to your feet. So let's see if we can pull some of those down. I probably won't spend too much time pulling it down for you, because I feel like your guides are going to do that. We have a lot of helpers. Thank you guys. I'm helping. They're helping. We're all helping on this call. God is good, right? 4 minutes, 44 seconds, right? And they're going to pull that down for you. You might feel it. Some of you may feel it in the knees tickling and whatnot. So for you lot in particular who have been receiving this energy and it's feeling good, maybe some of you may have had some slight neck aches and stuff like that, but I want you to know that it's been filling in the top portion of your energetic field and you're doing really well with that. But what I would like you to start doing is allowing the guides to help you. Remember, they help. So let's take a moment and say, can you help, please? Because you must ask, right? And we just asked, God bless. They're going to help bring it down for you. Now, as I'm feeling into collectively those bottom halves here, this is your ancestral stuff. So some of you have some stuff that has been pushed down because of this new energy coming in. It's so potent, as we talked about. It's pushing your body, the energies down into your body. Some of you also don't want to visit those energies. Look how, there you are, super cute. Look how this energy is coming in for you, but there are parts of you don't want to visit. You don't want to look at this, the wounds from the past, any grief, anything like that. So some of you may be walking around a little bit in denial, 5 minutes, 55 seconds of some stuff. Here's the thing for you. Here's my advice. They're so funny. They're like, good little compact energy healing. Yeah, for this group here, right? Here's the advice for you guys. You have to be okay with what's coming up because it's acceptance, that it's the resistance. The opposite of resistance is acceptance. As these energies come in and they make way and they kick up and they push all the lower frequencies and the things you don't want to look at, your shadows, all of that out of the way, you're going to feel tension as it's coming down. So some of you, if you don't allow your stuff, quote unquote, to come up and to accept and just to let it go, even if you're just saying, hey, I know I'm having resistance, and maybe even I don't know what Janelle's talking about, but I'm going to go ahead and trust her because she's a cute little jelly bean. I know I'm having resistance, and if this is pertaining to me, spirit guide, spirit team, I ask please that you help usher in the energies and please help me to deal with what comes up, and I'm going to surrender to that process, and you'll be surprised what comes up. So for some of you, if you allow that process to really, see, I'm pulling it up already as I'm sort of saying, if you allow that, as we're pulling this out, the golden energy is able to go down, 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 down into the waist and downward into the rest of your field. And we're moving out by your decree, right? Here's the decree. This is the decree card. By your will. Does it actually say? Yeah. By your will, you are allowing and assenting to having this occur for you. So we're lifting it up and we can move that for you. I just got the name Eleanor for somebody. I don't know who that's for, but it's coming up. God bless. But so let's just keep that going. I feel that for you, if this part of the message is relating to you, I also got an airplane. So like an airplane, commercial airplane, 747, something like this for somebody. That could be another connection. But if this is for you, then please know that your process of integrating these energies that are coming onto the planet and hitting your energy field right now is going to take about 3 months to get settled. I also feel that a lot of it is intellectual energy that's coming in. So it's going to hit you, or rather it's energy that's coming in that's going to hit you on the intellectual level, so the mental field. So you may be asked in bringing in these new energies as part of your upgrade, you may be asked to allow for, because remember you're the decision maker, to allow for the release of certain ideologies. As the guides always say, practice being ideologically flexible so that you don't get stuck in any one set of beliefs, because these beliefs are physical, are structures in your non-physical field, right? And so that's why, anyway, whatever. So the whole point is, part of your reception of this package is to allow yourself to release your preconceived notions, your hard-headedness. I don't necessarily get that term for a lot of you, but I'm just going to throw it out because it did come out. Your hard-headedness. I almost said hard-headed nest. So for some of you, this may have to do with your home space. Maybe there's something about your home that you don't want to give up, or there's some belief system that exists within the home space that you're struggling to move forward, or maybe there are projected energies that are stronger in your space that are a word came, I was going to say overpowering your will, right? But I suddenly got like a pain over my left eye, and another word popped in, and I can't even remember what it was, but overpowering your will or just whatnot. So please get strong in your memory that you are a sovereign being. So because you're a sovereign being, you're either buying into the beliefs that you've been conditioned to believe, or you're making your own beliefs from a conscious mind perspective. So if you're not in a conscious mind perspective, you are being unconscious. It's just, you're one or the other here. And so please start to notice what's going on and notice any resistance in your body. And for your sake and for the sake of moving this along, make sure that you, moving this energy along, right? Make sure that you allow for the energies to go through the rest of your body and to be accepting and acknowledging of what comes up for you. This is not an invitation, and it never will be an invitation to get stuck on ruminating, nostalgia, feeling like, oh my God, this person just popped into my mind. This must mean I need to call them up. It doesn't mean that at all. It's just coming up. Allow it to get on its way out, okay? And just be happy and have faith that these things are coming up and out, and you're allowing it to continue that trajectory so that the energies coming in can come in for you. It's so funny because as I look down here, looking at you super cutely, this energy coming in for you and you having a new beginning, but you should be over there. You're over here. Why are we over here, right? Well, we're all over here. That's why we're all having this talk, right? But and right underneath is the Three of Wands waiting. So I love that. I just saw that. So I see that you lot, whoever I was just talking about, energies half in resistance being experienced in the lower half of the body, allowing for the energies to come up and out so that you can ground more of this energy, and it taking about another 3 months to fully integrate. Great job. You're going to get that going. So let's look at another group of you. And I just got school books for somebody. For somebody here, and I don't know if it's the same group or this new group that I just said I was going to talk about, but if it's for you, whoever you are, you the listener, God bless your buttons. School books, meaning that you're going to be starting to, You're going to be, okay. I think I'm in this group. I don't know. But it feels like it. But then again, I'm in your field, so I'm going to feel your feels. Part of the intellectual stuff that's coming in for you, why you need to allow yourself to release old ideologies as these new energies come in, is because Spirit wants to send you a new set of learning, plain and simple. And your guides want to direct you to certain articles. They want to direct you to certain readings. They want you to send you to certain shows or things that to get this information. But you're going to resist it. You're going to not be interested, or you're going to say, I'll watch it later, or you're going to be like, just flat out, I don't believe in that stuff. You're not going to be receptive to it unless you allow these old energies to come up and out. So it's your job to make way for the new to come into your life. And that's why we have this this Fool card, a new beginning. But the way I'm reading this card is all this energy. See this cute little sun? Look at the light, 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 look at the light. All of this, did I get that one? Look at the light. All of this wants to come in, but you're all the way over here, and look at where you are over here too. Look at the brown, and there's so much shadow there. Look at here, you're literally on Shadow Rock. Shadow Rock, right? You need to get into the light. So turn around. I just see you turning around and all the wind blowing your hair, and you're looking, turn around, about face. Is that what they say? So turn around and face what is there for you. Again, what is coming in for you is your own energy, and what it's displacing, dispelling, transmuting, releasing is your own shadow energy. But the more that you hold on to your shadows because you don't want to look at it, the less space within your field this energy has to come in. That's going to manifest in your physical world as you choosing not to, 1411 411, you choosing not to bring in the information that is for you. Notice how I just got distracted for a second when I said you choosing not to, and I said, oh look, it's almost like it's so strong, the resistance, that I couldn't even finish the sentence because I got distracted with something else. So you see, it's so strong and manifested here. So some of you could be having things in your life already. I feel that it could have been here about 2 months ago, NGL, not gonna lie, and you've been pushing it off. I may be a little bit guilty hand. I'm gonna bring that back down. And some of you too, okay? Don't put me on Front Street like that alone. So that's for some of you. God bless. Let's go into, I felt like there was another lot of you. Let me just go ahead and drink my drink first. 1 second. I'm just so not a fan of these paper straws. I mean, I get it. I was just thinking today, I feel so bad, but I don't feel bad. I love the turtles. I hate the straws, okay? I'm just keeping it 100. And these boba drinks, like, I need a big straw. Anyway, letting it go. Back to this next group. All right, the next group that I'm feeling here with this energy coming in, you actually feel really numb on the top half of your body. I'm getting out of breath even just thinking about it. It's like you're a cute little ice cube from the waist up. It looks like these energies, as they've been coming in, have only been able to get into some of us for half our body. I'm being shown a pyramid, an Egyptian pyramid, so that could be for some of you to help identify you. Maybe some of you have been seeing that around, maybe whatever. But it's almost like I can't even have access to see exactly what's coming in for you in this big block. See, now the word is saying block of energy because it's so frozen over. Mother issues is coming up blaring. So just hearing that it's mother issues, this tells me that energy that's coming in for you in particular has a lot to do with divine feminine energy. If you have mother issues, everybody, excuse me, then guess what? It's not really about your mom. That's just the best your conscious mind can do until it's ready to really, face the music and be about, hey, it's me. It's my own feminine. I'm hiding from certain aspects within myself, but I can't see that deeply yet. So I'm still thinking that I'm getting to the root of it, being mom and dad, but that's never going to be the root of it. Mom and dad, masculine and feminine, are just going to be reflections. You can say maybe initial reflections of that distortion that you have in your own field for masculine and feminine energy. So I'm getting that there's some, I love this. As we're talking about it, I'm feeling the ice melt. The ice is melting. I'm melting. Okay, it's coming in and the light is coming in, and it's almost like a, what do you call this? Time release. And it's going very quickly, and I'm just seeing like this energy coming in, and it's really coming in. Wow. And it's melting the ice. So this is beautiful. So it looks like we needed to come in here to connect to the field for some energy work. Wow. Now I'm actually getting a little hot right now. Aware that I'm wearing a hoodie, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my hoodie off. By the way, the introvert in me is like, I love hoodies. I'm all good with the hood, okay? All right. Whew. Okay, so now that energy has kind of been blown off, it's interesting. See, when we make the decision, I think that some of you just maybe were not aware that that's what you were doing with your energy field. That's why it's always good to get energy readings and energy healing sessions. Of course, shameless plug, me, you know where to find me. But it's always good to connect with somebody who can give you that outside input, someone you trust, even if it's not me and it's someone else, someone you trust, and someone who demonstrates an ability to show you respect and dignity. Because we're not going to people who are mean and bullies and this and that for assistance, right? They're struggling in an area that's necessary for healing. Anyway, so I feel that some of you were just not aware that you were doing that, and just by talking about it, this energy is dissipating, and it's almost like now it's all just air. That water has the ice, excuse me. See, I can't even think of it as ice anymore. The ice has melted to water, and now it's evaporated. Now you feel so much lighter. And I feel like Spirit now wants to ask you, they're like this, what do you want? I don't know why the hands are like this. What do you want? What do you want? And this is you, this is the first group, this was representing the first group for whatever reason. Now this is representing you. Now we can see the light. I have to be honest, if you're in this group here, you know, and it could even, I mean, whatever, whoever vibes with what I'm going to say, you feel kind of advanced here. There's a real advanced energy, because it's like, oh, the ice has melted, but oh, the downloads, it's almost like seeing this inside. See, here, things were coming in, and so we just see the chest is empty here because things are coming in. But here, there's things there. So some of you may already have stuff you're working on, projects that you're thinking about that have an advanced state of awareness attached to them, an advanced state of development. So much so that I would just say that the thing that's blocking you the most is your own foot on the break. Because you, 20 minutes, 20 seconds, when you're ready, it's like you speak and it comes into being. It's like when you're like, okay, I'm ready. Boom. You start calling, you start doing this, you start erecting your business, things just manifest. There's no stopping you except what has been stopping you. And you know what we said, it's an MI situation. What do you mean MI, Janelle? I mean mother issues. Boom. And listen, we're out here, okay? And I'm being called to grab, hold on, you know who. Ding. That ding was me like grabbing the card. Ding. To be here to hold space. Wow, I was like, whoa, because look at the mirroring. To go ahead and hold some space here, okay? Boink. Out. 21 minutes, 11 seconds. All right, which is pretty much a lot of ones. So that's major alignment. That makes sense. Major alignment. And as I said that, I was 21 minutes, 22 seconds. And I'm seeing school books again. Lots of learning coming in. This is unorthodox learning, old school learning. So maybe a lot of hermetically sealed things that used to be hermetically sealed things. A better word would be esoteric learning coming in. When I say, did I say a lot of ones? Yeah, advanced. It's like, I forgot what I wanted to say, but it's like so much. It's like you, then another level, and then another level. And it's that's why we had all the ones. It's not just, oh, it's me and my higher self. No, it's like boom, 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 boom. This is just, I look, 22 minutes, 1 second. You see all those ones? So major alignment, that's what I'm saying. So if you belong to this lot and you have been experiencing that freezing, and it's funny because now that top half is frozen, the bottom half isn't even frozen, and it's fine. It's almost like the only thing that was the problem was that you needed to get rid of these mother issues. Now, it could be that you've made considerable headway with the mother archetype, with the divine feminine archetype there, but as more of the divine feminine came in energetically with all these downloads coming in for you, it triggered some more energies that may have been latent when it comes to your relationship with the divine feminine within you. And maybe it's manifested as you still having some unresolved issues with an actual mother figure in your life. But I'll tell you what, the downloads were able to make their way in. And that's why when it's all melted, we see it's here already. And in fact, now I'm seeing the mirroring. Look, there's a person here, boom. Person here, boom. So what's there, it's already there. So I would just say that for this group, maybe the problem for you, God bless, is that not only was there a disturbance in the field, like the light was coming in with some feminine principles, things like that, and it hit naturally the shadows that you were carrying inside, your unresolved wounds with mother energy. But on top of that, there was some energy, I think, around you that like energy that had come off, but that wasn't released from the field or fully transmuted or was just hanging out in your field, or you see what I mean? And I would be interested to know if some of you have been recently doing a lot of cleaning of a mother energy around you. It could be literally just throwing out things, rearranging things from a mother who was just here, or a mother, maybe she left her luggage in your home, whatever this is. These kinds of things, those are physical manifestations of this energy hanging around you, right? Also, if you've been having a lot of dreams about your mom, if you've been doing if you're more like the type who's like, well, I would have said, and you're going through a lot of the ruminating and the back and forth, you're in the shower, but you're having these quick tete-a-tetes with, arguing with your mom in your mind and saying this and that, or it could be a boss who represents your mom, or just whatever. This is all about you. And so I do want to let you know that I feel that you're more good to go now, because we are clearing up a lot of that stuff. Now what the guides are going to bring in for you, God bless. And this for you is going to take about a nice 4 months to come in. It's going to be a nice relaxing energy. I love that. I love that for you. The energy that's coming in for the next 4 months for you is going to be your learning. So when I'm talking update, upload, no, not upload. Yeah, maybe upload, because I said it. Update, upgrades, uploads. It's coming in for you, and that includes esoteric learning. So you may literally start to be sent information about things that you're like, oh, what's this about? Oh, Egypt. Oh, what's this and that and that. It's for you, right? So learn it. Study. right? So that's for you, and I think you're going to be fine. Your advice is to understand that the big bad bully is not real. And what's the guides say? These things are not real because from our perspective, we're just seeing what's not real, and we're just doing our best while we're in here. But we're going to stay at this perspective here, perception here with where we are on this level. And I'm going to say that you're going to realize that these thoughts, these feelings, these bombardments, these energies that you've been feeling related to the mother energy, that it's almost like you're going to shrug it off and realize, oh, it was just smoke and mirrors. It was projections. Oh, I see you just doing this, and it's like dissipating. 26 minutes, 26 seconds. And the treasure about that is that, and I think that if some of you are going to be receiving like a rose or some type of flower, it really feels like a rose, whether it's a real one or some type of printing or one or something somebody gives you, right? And that's going to signify the gem or the treasure that you will have received from this whole situation. Let's say that there's so much smoke and mirrors like this all around you and you're struggling. Inside it would have been just this small, the nugget. And now that everything's dissipated, now you can realize, oh, I got the gem from this. Oh, they're telling me to go get this. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let me just bring the whole tray over here. Just kidding, of course. So funny. Bing! I love this. Isn't this cute? So the gem that you'll realize is like, oh, it was only love, right? It's going to be something so simple right here. It's not hard. It's going to be so quick. You're going to realize, and then you're off to doing your stuff. That's really what it's going to be. Something that it's going to be the rationale that you've needed all this. It's your closure. Thank you. Somebody throw a word out here. It's your closure. It's going to be like, oh, that's right. I remember now that my mom had dementia, so I can't really, or she had schizophrenia, so I really shouldn't take that personally. And I'm not going to anymore, because I realize now what that was all about. And guess what? It wasn't about you. But as a child, it takes time. And what we're going to be seeing over the next 4 months, and listen carefully, is not the process of you releasing that, because I feel like you're going to actually, what's 11 weeks? Yeah, I feel like within the next 11 weeks, you're going to arrive at this awareness at some point within the next 11 weeks. But the next 4 months in general is the timeline along which you'll be receiving esoteric knowledge. It really feels esoteric. It could be that you're just picking, I look at me trying to be varied. It feels very esoteric. So some of you may be, because I feel like you may be working with some ascended masters, some higher teacher guides or whatnot. They're going to be sending you to old world learning or just learning of some sort that's going to get you in touch with some principles that are not widely known here. Okay, look at my hand is just doing this, that are not widely known. Oh, they're doing this because they're showcasing the energy as coming in for you. So this knowledge is coming in for you and you're going to have it, but it's going to be reflected in your physical world by you. Probably you also need to feed your conscious mind so that the conscious mind can be like, oh, because remember, if you know this on some level and your conscious mind does not, when you go to study and when things are presented to you, you're going to receive it. But if you don't have that knowledge on, like if you haven't had the appropriate initiations or the appropriate training, or if you haven't dabbled with this in any lifetime, or it's just, if it's for reals new for you and this is your first time really getting in touch with this and it's coming through your conscious mind, you're gonna be like, what? I'm reading these symbols, I'm hearing this, but it doesn't make any sense to me. That's because there's no structure for that energy to really make sense to you, right? So for this group, you already know this on some level. More of this learning is coming in. And so of course, in your, they're saying in the metaphysical. So in case, 30 minutes, 30 seconds, of course, in the physical, you're going to start bumping into these representations, the forms of these frequencies that you're receiving. So it could be a book, it could be just taking a class, it could be whatever's, okay? Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I think I know who this is for. Maybe. They're just saying, wow, look at my throat just gave out as I said. They're just saying the German thing. Don't worry, it's not about you. I think I know who that's for. Oh my God. Okay. If your name starts with L, and we totally talked about this, you heard your guides. Are you worrying about that? Don't worry. But if you're not worrying about it, then it's for somebody else. Okay. Oh, that's so funny. Now, you know how these energies go. We all think it's always for one person and it's for more, because that message also means something to me. But I also think of this one person who we were talking about it with. And if you're like, oh, that message is for me, Jay, but I wasn't talking to you about it, then that just goes to show you that the energies are coming in and we're reading for the collective. So there's a universal dynamic that brings us all together, but how it plays out and the forms it takes in the physical it's going to be different for you. For some of you it's in your career, for some of you it's in your house, for some of you. Okay, let's hear it. I feel like there's an energy coming in. It feels like it's almost like an apology is needed. And I don't know. I think it's somebody here who wants to give an apology. And I'm getting something that has to do with a house that burned down, or some type of housing that's burning down, or some type of crisis or something like this. I do feel fire and a house. And there's an apology that you, the viewer, if not you, then somebody here is going to know what this is. It's like the house burning down, and you want to like apologize about it. So what I want to say is, for you in particular, and thanks everybody else for waiting, so a member or a few members, I don't know, of our collective can be addressed. I want to let you know I'm feeling mermaidian energies, and I'm feeling to tell you that it wasn't your fault. And the reason why is because I want to say two things. The first thing I want to say is I'm hearing them say something like they were going to marry someone else anyway. That's the first thing. Well, that's the second thing. The first thing I want to say is that it's not your fault also because you were not working with the level of consciousness then, whenever this was, that you are working with now. So it's very easy for us from our current level of consciousness, after having gone through the experiences that were designed to teach us, to look back on ourselves and shame ourselves, or bully ourselves, or punish ourselves for not knowing something that we needed those very experiences to know. And it's like, I'm having this person, this energy is like, no, but I should have known better. And please know that literally, if you're waiting for the guides and the gods and everybody to say, it's not your fault, straight up Goodwill Hunting style, this is it. So if you still see yourself coming with the but ands, but that's you. And it's very important to make that distinction. It's very, very important to make that distinction. They're showing me Mother Mary. And this guy, I'm sorry, he looks like Jesus. Yeah, the cosmic Christ, right? Christ consciousness. Well, I don't know who he looks like. He looks like the representation that many people have attributed to Jesus, okay? For those of you who need a political discussion about that, right? But look at how they both have their hands open and then hands open. They're showing, listen, we're not even out here with that harsh corrective energy. That's you. We're over here with the gentle touch. We're like, hey, let's talk about it. Can I get 2 espressos? One for you and one for them. They're not out here persecuting. So if you have persecution energy in your life, I would invite you to ask where that is coming from. But I know 2 things for a fact. 1, it's not coming from these higher energies. That's just not happening. Okay, I'm just letting you know. And number 2, it's definitely coming from you. Stemming from a core misbelief that you have deep down inside that you need to revisit. And it's so strong that the energies of the universe have been like, hey, it's not your fault. Hey, it's not your fault. Hey, it's not. And then our reading is now saying, hey, it's not your fault. But I'm still feeling your energy like, okay, I feel it now. Whoever this is, the person's like, okay, well, I guess. Okay, I guess I can accept that. Yeah, so accept that persecution is never going to come from a loving source. If you're getting persecuted by the beings or the gods or the whatever that you, or the parents or the family members, the bosses, the institutions, the spouses, if you're getting persecution, bully energy from any one of those sources, including yourself, I can assure you they are not in alignment with love. In that moment, they are out of alignment with it. And it does not represent this energy. And it doesn't matter. Even if you are into rocks and you Shintoism, you believe that the gods or the spirit can inhabit inanimate objects. I'm just here to tell you, if it's not giving off a loving situation, it's not it. And I would invite you to be like, hey, this doesn't feel good. And to stop the wheels turning. And just to stop and say, well, let me look at this for a second. Because who dis? Because I know it's not blah, blah, blah. So, because it's not feeling good to me. And love is feeling good. And it's not feeling good to me. So if I'm tracing back to a text or a quote or a parable or a fable or teaching that I got from my family that is, or some type of conditioning that is telling me that this is what love is, but it's not feeling good, something is wrong here. And in the age of Aquarius, this is your task. You have to redefine everything, but not from the realm of the gurus, not from the realm of the institutions. This is the time to go inward. It's Aquarius energy. So this is you got to step it up. If you were thinking it's going to be fun and cool to just coast along with conditioning, get that CC, that conditioning coasting, I'm just going to let you know it's not it at this time. And I would invite you to start getting up on your 2 feet, because you're going to be dragged. Better to walk than to be dragged than your bum, right? I'm just saying, unless that's your thing. I mean, there's always somebody, right? But anyway, so Spirit is saying, stop with the self-punishment. The guilt, the punishment, the regrets, the shaming, all of that you feel, now you collectively, myself included, because I'm talking to me too, that we feel throughout our day, each day of our life. We know in those moments, guess who's out of alignment? Us. I love you, God. but I hate myself. Oh, we're losing her. We're losing her. Come back, come back. And then someone has to wrangle you back in. And that someone is here in this video telling you, right? So look, he's like wrangles. That's all he does. We think he's like, come, come. No, all he's doing is wrangling all day. Come back in, come back in, come back in. You know, I mean, that's gotta be, I don't know. Speaking of, look at you. Some of you are trying to wrangle in the people in your life who you're like, look at this light. Look at what I found. Come, come, come. No, come here, come here. The Spirit's like, don't even waste your breath. And just as he's like, do you see this? It's so funny. Don't even waste your breath. You come to the kingdom. This is the kingdom. The kingdom, and I want to stop you because I know some of your minds are already like, well, the kingdom is defined as blah, blah, blah. Now comes your programming. We're not here for that. Keep your programming at the gate. The kingdom is creation. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's creation. It's here. It's for everybody. It's around you. Like the song, Love is All Around You. The problem is you can't see it because you're out of alignment. How can you see love when you're actively embodying and engaging things that are opposite? I love Jesus and it's Easter and it's this and that. But anyway, this guy took my parking spot. Okay, yeah, here we go. He's like, wow, it was nice to be there for like 30 seconds, you know. It was nice to get on the freeway and then we lost him. We lost him again. Freeway, yeah. Always the freeway. Or the motorway, right? My point is, there's a lot of light coming in. And when a lot of light comes in for all of us, it's going to kick up our stuff. But this is beautiful because now we can see what we're carrying. You, super cute, didn't see all these aspects of herself being reflected in the people in her life. That's it. If you're still on that blame game, I'm just going to wrangle you back in here, right? She wasn't able to see all these parts of herself because, well, she was going through her day-to-day and the light came in and it was like, oh my God, I'm having aches and pains. I'm angry. I'm emotional. I'm grieving. I saw a guy in the supermarket that looked like my dad. I haven't spoken to my dad in 14 years, right? Yeah, it's just the energies. And when the energies come up, it's like a lens. It's like you've been looking at the world through this lens, by the way. You just weren't aware that you had these lenses, aka these blockages, aka these misperceptions, aka these unhealed wounds, right? Aka these shadows, whatever. So the point is, illumination, the light comes in for us to see. When it comes in and you see, you have to remember that, oh, this is the effects of my seeing. And then you have a choice. It's either you can accept what comes up or you can continue to resist it. Now, you will have very, very real and very understanding reasons for resisting, especially when there's trauma that comes along with this. But we can understand, like it's understandable that you can have this. It's totally possible to have a good reason for not wanting to revisit things. And simultaneously acknowledge the fact that you not revisiting things keeps you where you are. Okay? So Spirit's not out here rushing anybody. They're just illuminating. That's what the light does. It illuminates. And it's your choice whether you're ready to accept what you're seeing about yourself. And the reason why you see negative about yourself and you shame yourself and you guilt yourself and you remorse yourself and you, what's the other one? You punish yourself is because you have conditioned thoughts. You have beliefs that dictate that that is the proper response when you see certain things. But if you don't have a conditioned response to wearing a shirt with a hole in it, you're going to wear that shirt out. You don't care. You're out here. You're out here. You're at the wedding. You're at town hall. You're appearing in court with that hole. You are giving speeches. You're at the inauguration, like giving poems with that hole. You don't care because to you, you don't have a belief that wearing a shirt with a hole in it means anything. Whereas others would be like, dude, did you see he or she came out, or they, I don't know, whatever you guys, they came out with a hole in their shirt. Like, dude, no home training. How disrespectful to the space that you're attending. Wow, you're indecently dressed. These are people having their own stuff and projecting it onto you. You decide whether you give it what they think. Because there are some people who be like, they'll just laugh it off and be like, you know what? Didn't you hear? Holes are the new fad. You're the one out of style. They're probably an Aquarius. By the way, who said that? Strong Aquarius placements. They're like, no, I don't care. They'll even be like, who said that? I don't want to, you know what? Don't even show me, because I didn't see any money put in my palm to get another shirt. So why do I care? They're sleeping nice. They're sleeping really well that night. Whereas all the other people who are like offended and feeling indignant because this person showed up because they had a hole in their shirt, like that's them. Now they're interrupting by themselves their own energetic field, their own nervous system to do what? Look, my hands, boop, like this. What? Why? So you see, you decide what you allow into your field. And so as these things start coming up for you, it would behoove you to start taking the choice, making the choice, deciding to turn towards yourself and see what comes up for you. 44 minutes, 44 seconds, because guess what? We need you to make room so these things can come in. Hold on. It's time to take some water. Okay, whew. These are some heavy hitting cards on the deck today, guys. Look at that. Wow. Oh, I need to drink more water. Whoopsies. Okay, well, thank you. All right. Surrender your ego. Get it, God. God's like, you too. Like, okay. Ding dong. Wow, I knew it. I want the surrender to miracles card. Where's that one? Surrender resentments, surrender defensiveness. When you're in resentments and defensiveness, guess where you are? Okay. Ooh, wow, they're really talking. Dang. Yeah. This is everything. Be open. Allow the changes to occur and see yourself. Don't be afraid of seeing your stuff. Things become shadows simply because you deny them. If you have a flaw, who cares? But you care. And when you see that flaw, if you get ashamed of it because of beliefs you're holding, unloving beliefs, right? You're going to deny it off to the side. You're going to put it out of your mind. And now you've got projections, things. Now you're projecting your hidden stuff out onto the world. And you so don't want to own it that you're going to choose to see see it as belonging to someone else. Oh my God, my brother is such a... Really, it's like, no, you're a whatever it is. I mean, I'm thinking a noun, any noun. What noun did you think of? What noun did you think of? Let's ask that. What did you call yourself, right? But you're going to project it onto someone else. Oh, they're so lazy, right? That's a popular adjective. They're not hardworking. I guarantee you, if you've ever said that somebody else is not hardworking and you pride yourself, P word, on being a hardworking individual, I guarantee you, come see me. I will look in your field and I will show you an area in your life where you are being the exact thing that you're accusing other people to be, right? You just don't see it because you don't want to. And that's why it's important to face your stuff so you can get it out of the shadow realm. But you have to be open to doing that. And don't get mad. You know, it's understandable. A lot of times people are resentful. This right here turns to bitterness. Resentfulness that is not witnessed by others, it turns to bitterness. We need to have our stuff witnessed. If something happens, boop, and you interpret that something as pain, Because you don't have to. You see a kid face plant and they're like, they get up and start running. I can do it again. And then they're like, oh my God, right? And then there's others who get up and they look around. They're like, as soon as they see someone watching, because now they feel shame, right? We all react differently. So let's talk about the choosing again. So if you choose to react to something that happens, you choose to see it negative and you make it a negative meaning, have a negative meaning about you. This is the shame, right? And the guilt and the this and that. You're going to cry. You're going to have grief. Well, you're going to cry. That's normal. You know, someone comes to you, hi, and they soothe you and let's talk about it. Show me where. Let's go have ice cream, and you process it. You're done. Bye. But when it's not witnessed, it becomes grief. Now it's sitting there. And when your pain is not seen and not witnessed by somebody, and this is the co-regulation, right? And if you're unable to self-soothe, which a lot of us are unable to do, right? Then guess what happens? It becomes anger. And if the anger remains and it still isn't resolved, then it becomes resentfulness. And now you're muttering under your breath, yeah, well, no one ever. And dear God, the toxicity of that, because of course we have victim consciousness by this point, martyr consciousness by this point, low self-worth, nobody cares about me. The whole, that's the unholy trinity right there. Oh, the guys are like, and don't forget this one. Ooh, some of you don't even, by that time, you're right, by that level, a lot of people don't even want to get it resolved because they're so addicted to having something wrong, right? And then if that resentfulness is not resolved, guess what it turns into? Bitterness. Then you're in the get off my lawn stages. And I know that feeling. Sometimes I'm like, what? Hey. And I have to stop. Like, hold on, Jay. What are you doing? Where is this coming from? Then surrender to the wisdom of your body. That's a cry from somewhere inside to be like, hey, why am I upset that those 10 dogs just, you know, it's not like they trampled. I'm just making this up. I'm just using the example of dogs because, you know, the dogs next door, sometimes we hear them, right? But you see what I mean? It's like going from 0 to 60, like, whoa. This has nothing to do with those other people. It has everything to do with me. And if I can get out of my ego for a second, I can realize that. And so, yeah, and guess what? If your bitterness continues on, guess what that turns into? That turns into someone saying, hey, Janelle, can I borrow a pencil? What? And I break the pencil. They're like, oh my God, nothing. I'm sorry. I didn't, you know, what did you say? Nothing. I just, what's happening? Right? Yeah, it's called rage. And with rage, you don't know. Where is this coming from? It's so deeply embedded that you just see red. But underneath that rage-filled energy is just unwitnessed pain. That's it. And that's why the shadow work and the healing work with other people and learning to co-regulate, and it brings you back down. It's unpacking your stuff. A lot of people out here, right? I used to have road rage. You had road rage. Everyone had road rage. Your dog had road rage. You know, it just happens. But that, again, is for you to stop and say, hey, wait a minute. Why am I getting all hyped in this car? Because I know I wouldn't be matching this energy, you know, with this person if I saw them in real life, because they'd probably trample me, right? So something about you, that's a call for you to look at. So these cards right here are very important in order for you to really continue on and receive this bounty. This bounty is here for you. They're literally trying to stuff it in you. They're trying to stuff it in you, but they can't get it inside because you've got stuff. And so as this stuff pops up, see this umbrella, like boop, as it pops up, allow it. Let go of the resentments, let go of the defensiveness, let go of the fear of changing, let go of the need to be right. That card hasn't come out yet, but it's in there. Let go of the need to be right, let go of the need to be a victim, let go of a need to be a martyr. Just let go of it. It's so old. It's played out, right? And it's easy for us to slip right in there. I know I'm a little defensive. I'm trying, but I work on it. The guides know I'm all up over here, right here. I'm like, guys. They're like, yes, Janelle. Just kidding. No, they're not. They love it. They love it. They're already waiting with some literature for me. Guys, oh, here you go. Oh, thanks. Think. So quick, right? Yeah, you have to be in that space. You have to be in that space to be ready to see your stuff. If you're not ready to see your stuff, what are we doing? What are you doing? Now you're just watching these videos for fun. And thank you. I enjoy the viewership. By the way, if you watch my videos and you actually enjoy it, if you're still here, it really doesn't take you more than 1 second to press the like button or the heart button on whichever platform you're on, right? So I would invite you again to do that. All right, so before we go, because you guys know, let's reach up and look at these energies. First of all, thanks guides, thanks energies. Let's reach up and go up a little bit higher. I don't know if you guys just felt the energy change, like the altitude, because we're just thanks guys. We're just gonna take it up a little bit higher in frequency here so we can see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, look, the sound of the universe. We went that high. Wow. Hold on. All right, thank you. So let's talk about these energies that are coming in. So what I'm getting is, and this is understandable, this is what happens. The energies that are coming in, a lot of you, you feel it. But yeah, this is what they're showing. They're showing us this coming in. You feel it, you see it, but it's almost like, look how this represents that. You're trying to render it as close as possible to what's coming in, but it's almost like some of you can't even hear it. Now, she looks like she has a little teardrop. Aww, huggles, right? And that's because the energy sometimes can be so loving. It's so wonderful. But how could you feel the fullness of that when you're so quick to project stuff onto that love? It's so easy to project onto love because it's just light. It just is. And we see this so much, like someone says, wow, you look really beautiful. And you're very quick to, push it off. Oh, no, I'm not. Or this and that, right? That's a denial. It's energy bounced back, for example. So I feel that some of you want to see, I want to bring this energy down, but I keep feeling it's coming more up, more down to up. So that's a little bit of a suggestion. The guides are saying, thank you. For those of you who may be channels, or you may be, I'm getting the word tribal. Okay, thanks. They're saying verbatim, wait, I'm losing. They said there's some tribal energy that is waiting to come in, that's wanting to come in for some of you, but you can't see it because of your stuff. Yeah, what if Spirit wants to bring in this old tribal learning that will help you to renovate the community you're in? I'm getting the word smoke you out. Smoke. Maybe you need to do some saging, yes, to smoke yourself out. Sir, put that cigarette down. Thank you. That's not what I meant. That cigar, right? There, you need to be smoked out. There's a ritual cleansing, shamanic, obviously, obs, right? You have to do clear channeling, like, right? So myself included, we're gonna, right? So there has to be clearing that happens, right? And so and of course there are ways to do that, of course, journaling, soul retrieval, all of that stuff, we know all this, but using sage work, and hold on, let me feel into this a little bit more. They're showing me, I was seeing greens, and I was like, vegetables, and no, they're like weed. And they're like, weed is, oh, can I say that on this? I don't know, anyway. They're always censoring something new these days. Weed is not going to cut it, is what they're saying. So some of you may be using that to self-medicate or to reach the higher spheres, or I just don't know, whatever you're saying is, whatever your rationale, they're saying it's not going to cut it. That's not what they want you to do. Okay, sorry you guys. Some of you are like, can I do that in addition to what you're asking me to do? I would go ahead and say no. Can you create some time in your calendar to stop smoking? Because it's like that gives you a muddled effect. It's almost like a muddled effect. And I think a lot of people who do these things, they're feeling good, they're feeling relaxed, they're like, oh, I can think now, I can this and that. And maybe you're registering that as an improvement from what you feel that you're able to do in your waking state. And I'm not here to judge whether that's real or not. But from the higher perspective, or whoever's guides are coming through to speak to people today, they're saying no. They want you to see. It's almost like they want you to see what you do when you're under this influence. Because I'm seeing you getting into a car, whoever you guys are. And I'm just going to say you guys, because I know a lot of people, smoke. I don't want to say the word again because I think that they might censor that or whatnot. But and I'm seeing getting in a car, and it's almost like they want you to realize from a waking state perspective, look at the logic of what you're doing, is what they're saying. Stop being in the feeling of it. Like, I feel relaxed. I feel this good. And so I'm just going to go down to the store. I'm just going to whatever, because I'm feeling okay. I can do this. Like, they're like, whew, zoom out and look at what you're doing. It doesn't make sense, is what they're saying. So that's a very strong message. Somebody's guides are coming through to give you some clarity, but I want to say warnings. I don't know. I don't feel so strongly though warnings, but there's something there that they would come through in our collective message to say that. So please be mindful for those of you who are smoking that, okay? Because you're not going in the direction that they want you to go in. And it's not they want you. Your higher self let's put it this way. You're not going in a direction that you think you're going in, and you're not cultivating a lifestyle of creativity and feeling better and healing and whatever that you believe yourself to be doing. And maybe it does work for somebody, I don't know, but if you're watching this and you know that this message is for you, it's not working for you, okay? Now, taking a look here, I just saw, it says radiant illumination, but I'm seeing reflectful illumination. Reflectful, what a cute word, right? So this kind of goes back to what we were talking about with this energy that was sitting in the sternum, all this energy that we've been bringing through. So it's time for, look at it, true to form, it's right here, and it's like, let's bring it down. So, so this is kind of like today was about this, talking about this. I do want to also remind you guys that we have been having a lot of solar flare activity. We're going to be having 2 eclipses coming up. I mean, dear God, dear God, are you there? Right? So let's just, oh, dear God, are you there? They're like, we hear you loud and clear. They always hear us, right? We don't hear them because we're doing too much. Okay, so anyway, okay. Oh my gosh, this card, I literally was about to end the reading, and I'm hearing, what about us? And I'm immediately, oh my God, is this our TF community? Are you guys like being repped hard now? Represented hard? Okay, I'm feeling I need to talk about it. First of all, splitting this card here. 2 things. Some of you are feeling better. If you've been following what the guides have been saying, I'm getting doctor's advice because you have everyone has medical staff on their team, right? They're medical people. They're just in a non-physical. And I feel like some of you are feeling better because of some of the stuff they've been telling you to do. All right. For a lot of you, this act of clearing your energy field, of removing yourself from the influence of other people, whether it's your twin or other people or just whoever you are, there are going to be quantifiable and quantitative and qualitative differences for you that you're going to be able to see. And I'm feeling that some of you are starting to feel better already. For some of you here, they're asking you to consult a dietitian. And if you've been trying, I'm getting 3 times three's a charm. And if 3 doesn't work, your 4th person will be the one to tell you, to give you the good advice. Okay. So yeah, she's like, wrap it up. This is our last one. See how this came down. See how her hand's coming down to this whole discussion we just had about this energy coming in. Now let's just do something really quickly for our twin flame community, because the guides are really assisting with that. Some of you guys here. So hold on. Let me go grab. I don't know which cards. One second. The stories. Okay. Hello, I'm back. As I came back, it was 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 44 seconds. That's like 444. Oh, wow. 1, 2. Thank you. Oh, what is this? 3. Oh, okay, and 4. And we'll check on the bottom of the deck. Paths unknown. So we're reading for our twins now, okay? Paths unknown. I want to remind my twinnies that, focusing on yourself is very important, and that's what the guides have been asking you to do. I see here this paths unknown, that you have been being asked to create this energetic space so that you can focus on making major long-term decisions, or important long-term decisions, or important decisions that will have long-term effects. That sounds more energetically correct. So that you can focus on making decisions in your now that will have important long-term effects. Okay. All right. 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 44 seconds. Look at this 2 worlds. Wow. Paths unknown, 2 worlds. Reflection. We know that. Okay, as I'm reading this, I'm getting that whoever you are, you've been doing a really great job of receiving information. Lots of great job. I feel like, wow, great job. The guys are like, yeah, they're so happy. Yeah. So whoever, I'm getting happy. So whoever you are, you've done a really great job in, like, they're saying filtering out the madness, because I'm getting a lot of madness here, like, not here and before. And you've done a great job. And so you've really been doing that. But you notice it says 2 worlds. You're doing a really great job, by the way. You're literally listening. So I'm going to point out this 2 worlds thing here. But I want you to know it's not detracting from what you're doing. You're doing a stellar job. But I do see there's still like some thoughts going back and forth to, like, I wonder what he's doing or she's doing, or whoever you perceive your twin to be. Which one do I go to? Let's go to this one. Whoever this is feels a little stuck. That's right, because I was like, ugh. Feels a little stuck. The scribe. Huh. What's going on? Oh, they can't even reflect right now on that. Whoever this person is, it's not this person, it's this person right here. Representing the other. I don't know who you guys, I don't know who, if you're male or female watching, but you're other. Or let's change that. If you're a masculine or feminine watching, but the other one is focused on a project. And it almost looked, for a minute there, I thought that he was sneaking out a letter to send to you. But as I look closer, he's not even holding that quill pen at all. He's folding his paperwork, and it's like he's focusing on something else. And that makes sense, because it's not a 2 here, it's a 3. So this is something else. And before, some of you are like, yeah, I know her name. She, it's none of that stuff, right? This is energetic work. This person is focusing on karmic energies that they're distilling through their field. And so I'm getting that some of them are learning a good lesson right now. And I know that part of you, if some of you are kind of stuck in that drama kind of chip place, part of you wants so badly to see what I'm saying as a commentary, as a confirmation that this guy's with a karmic and he's getting what he deserves, and what if this has nothing to do with the form? Who cares about the form? The people, places, things, situations, ideas. We don't care about the form. We're looking at the energy. This is a soul. This is an energy at work, right? This person's working. And I want you guys to really take that in, is what they're saying. This is an energy at work. What are you doing? You're at work too, right? But you choose to have a preoccupation to a smaller degree now. So very good, right? Because you're doing your thing. You're back on track. I love it. But avoid getting caught up in the drama of the forms, people, places, things, situations, ideas, and change your viewpoint, seeing it as, oh, this person is eating his Wheaties. I don't know. This person had a deficiency in the department of wheat. And so now he's eating his Wheaties, and there it is, done. Oh yeah, well, the doctor said that my guy had to up his cardio, so he decided to go away to camp to do like cardio camp. So he's going to be gone for like a good 8 weeks or 8 months, or he's going to be there. Or my guy wants, my guy's guides said that he needs to learn agriculture because he's got this major thing coming up in about 20 years. So he's got to, this seems very specific, I don't know. So for the next 3 or 4 years, he's gonna like move to New Mexico so that he can learn some agriculture out in that region. And yeah, according to his soul chart, he's going to have 3 girlfriends in that time, or 3 guides in that time, who are going to teach him important things about the land. And one's going to teach him to respect the spirit of the land, and another one's going to teach him to protect himself as he travels. And oh, is it he's learning in books? Oh no, he's going to work with 3 other souls. Oh, okay. Or do you know who they're going to be? Are they going to be like a pastor and then like a community servant? No, I think 2 are going to be short-term girlfriends, and the 3rd one might be a one-night stand if he decides to, if his soul decides he needs that learning. Oh, okay, I see. Right? So this is kind of what that conversation looks like from a higher perspective. Down here, we want to get into the he doesn't love me, and I'm in this, and I'm in that, and that's because your stuff is in the way, and it's understandable. So Spirit is, number 1, applauding you, whoever you are, for doing such a good job of getting back on path with what you're doing, getting out of the madness of where you were, and understanding now that they're adding the lesson here for you is to understand that you don't go bottom up. You try to go from top down. Bottom up is going to see the drama. Top down is going to see the soul chart. And it's going to see the collective of energies working together to create something. Because guess what? If you are one day going to come together, if it's in this lifetime or somewhere else, it's going to be for the sake of mankind. Whether you're working here both in the physical, or whether one of you is somewhere else and the other is here, right? So please try to couch this in a larger discussion and avoid getting sucked into narratives that keep bringing it back down to the he said, she said. And he's just scared and pulling another card that says, I want to think about you, but I'm afraid, or I should have, like, just get out of all of that, right? 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Just release yourself from that kind of bondage. This is narrative bondage. When you reach from a higher state of being, there it is. And as I was pulling this, she was like showing me, put this card here. There it is, the Akashic Library. Thank you, Spirit. 2. Yup, see? So it's important for you to have sound mind and body. Oh, call me if you need any help. I'll get you sound, I think. Right, but anyway. So, yeah, Akashic Library, top down. Understand the contract, understand the dynamic, understand the benefit, and simply remember this other person, whoever you think it is, could be really your twin, could be not, whatever, but they're actually talking to those of you who have twins. But this, what I'm going to say, goes for everybody. Remember, this other person has to live too. They have to live too. They have a life of their own. They've got to expand themselves. They cannot be stuck to you because you want to expand together or inward or whatever. These are independent fields, energy field, right? And so that's what the guide said. I want to say you are, but they're like, these are, you guys are independent fields. And when you respect the other, you understand that this person has for reals lessons that they came down with their independent soul chart, okay? So we're going to leave it at that. The guys are so funny. So today they came through to talk a little bit more about, thank you, Mother Mary, yay, or whoever the divine feminine is for you guys, to come through. They came through to talk about energies that are hitting your fields at this time. God bless you, and how to kind of approach that. And also for our twin flame community, hey guys, to remember to add to your discourse that they're building for you. Go check out the last video they talked about for twins. Today they want to remind you to come from a top down understanding of this dynamic, and to cut out, completely avoid the bottom up. As tempting as it is, the bottom up keeps you stuck in your pain because it's playing upon your pain. Okay, the guy, I'm just hearing the guys say uselessness. Everyone's like, whose guide said that? Who said that? Who said it? Everybody said it. Uselessness. Okay, trust me guys, I lost a couple years on this, so I understand. All right, yeah, so just a shameless plug, because we don't feel shame on this channel. And this is for all of you, if you would like to do soul contract readings, I do offer a soul contract reading. And right now until the 15th, which I think is in 2 days because it's the 13th, you can get 10% off of any readings. But the soul contract readings, I love that one personally, because it looks at up to 3 different people and your relationship to those people. It doesn't have to be love, it could be mom, dad, whatever. And we look at the karmic patterns and the soul contracts with that, and we identify some themes that, maybe you didn't notice about what you're learning. Anyway, it has been my pleasure to connect with you guys. And again, if you enjoyed this reading, please go ahead and give a thumbs up, boink, or a like with the little heart. And yeah, come by the shop, see what we've got if you're interested. And until then, keep an eye out for, my throat's like, keep an eye out for any other videos that we'll be putting out. All right, God bless you. Bye.